And for more details on the election process, we are honored to have with us from London Engineer Mervat Khalil, Chairperson of the General Union of Egyptians Abroad, UK branch. Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening to you, Manal, and to all the Nile TV viewers.
It's a pleasure to have you with us. Engineer Mervat, would you brief us on the Senate election process abroad, particularly in London?
Of course I can. Well, as we all know, that the voting by Egyptians abroad for 2025 Senate runoff election took place, started yesterday, and it was in 111 polling stations around the world. As the authority announced earlier, as it was noted that the documentation of the election confirms the reading of all MCs for voting. The voting process for the Egyptians abroad as well today proceeds very smoothly and regularly, and it was confirmed that no violation actually or obstructs have happened observed in the electoral process, despite the challenges facing our Egyptian MCs at the moment around the world at the present time. But these challenges have not affected the election process at all, actually. In the previous meeting early this month with His Excellency the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Badr Abdelati, during the conference of the Egyptians abroad, we requested to have the possibility of voting online as it happened in previous years, previous parliamentary session. It was 2020 during Corona. And we received actually a promise from His Excellency that our request will be considered in order to facilitate the process for the citizens who are abroad and live far away from the electoral headquarters. So if we sum it all, everything was all right around MC, despite some of here and there, problems happen around. But overall, everything went smoothly and all right.
Have you heard of any obstacles witnessed by the Egyptian voters abroad, or everything was all right?
Well, everything was all right, despite some of the protesters, or one of the people who protest. He came especially from Holland to land outside our MC in London. But meanwhile, there was no problem happens anyway, because the security were outside the MC, the political, the diplomacy police from the UK. So everything went smoothly and no obvious, challenges happen over there.
In your opinion, how are Egyptians living abroad responding to such political duties? How does this participation help them to communicate with their homeland?
Well, they found out that it's very important, because they have the chance to put them, the first lines of the politic life in their own country. They can participate in the policy in their country, and that will bond them actually with with whatever is going in Egypt. And Egyptians abroad all the time they are very keen about what's happening in Egypt and what they can do to help. And in every aspect, really, not just in election, but in like transferring money to Egypt or supporting Egypt in various events. So the election added to this is, just to make even the new generation feel that they are bonded with their country.
Engineer Mervat Khalil, Chairperson of the General Union of Egyptians Abroad, UK branch, thank you so much for being with us.